So, Jono, disappointing result, disappointing day in terms of the weather. What did you make of the lads' performance out there today?
Do you know the best way I can describe it is it just reminded me of the Warrington Rylands game, the first game of the season, where everything that we hit the first game of the season went in, everything that Rylands hit didn't, and it just felt the same today. To be fair to them, they've adapted in terms of the pitch. You know, their style of football, in terms of putting the ball in the channels, you know, in terms of turning us early, it worked an absolute treat. In terms of being adaptable, I thought their game plan was outstanding. But it did feel like we should have scored 4 or 5 ourselves, and that's not to say that they shouldn't have scored any more. It was it felt like a game of basketball that was end to end, and everything they hit went in, preying on our mistakes, some horrendous mistakes, individual mistakes, you know, without going into who it were. And from our point of view, you know, they had something to hold on to, so they were putting bodies on the line, etc., etc. So, you know, I thought we played some really, really positive, good stuff. We created some really good opportunities, but what we've done this season is 90% of the time took them opportunities by scoring. Today we didn't. It's the first time we've scored no goals. It's the first time we've scored less than 2. But it was up for the want of not creating opportunities. What I will say, and I do believe it's not a dig at anybody, and I don't mean to sound disrespectful, is that if they, and I've watched all their footage, and it's the reason I'm going to say what I'm going to say, if they applied themselves the way they did there in every other single game of the season, they've been in and around the playoffs like they were last season. Unfortunately, they seem to be very inconsistent and pick and choose when they do perform like that, because they've got some good players there. JJ, who played straight through the middle today, we and Byrne have had him in the past, an outstanding player. But he's probably the archetypical player that picks and chooses when he turns up. And today he turned up and he was the best player on the pitch, along with 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗏, top player. So I think that's dead important. You know, if as the manager there, he's got a good group. But I think that you know, the players have turned up for him today. Throughout the season, they've probably not done that. From our point of view, we just pick ourselves up, dust ourselves down, and go again. Because in terms of performance, you know, we weren't too bad.
I was going to say that from the stand there doing the radios, they're like, regardless of the pitch, disregard it completely. We play some nice stuff on the floor, so it's not to the not trying. We were trying. It's just, as you said there, just not being able to have someone there at that last point in that final third.
100%. We played our way. Now, if people want us to adapt to pitches and play in a different way, then we'll be going against what we do. You know, we're more than happy with the way we set up, with the way we try to play. What we're not happy about is the individual error and being punished for genuine mistakes. It happens in football. You know, we've been fortunate. We've been on the other side of things. Today, you know, we fell on the other side of it. No problem. We just put it right in the next game.
Is that why it's good now to have a week's break before the next game, so you can look over little things like that? Or
I'm not bothered, Anton. If we had a game Tuesday, we have a game Tuesday. It is what it is, isn't it, mate? They come in thick and fast. We've had an absolutely unbelievable, and I use that word, unbelievable, because I would never have believed it if someone had said how we'd have start to the season, if you want to call it that. We're a third of the way in now, I think. That 14 games, we're a third of the way in. Yeah. And one result, I'm not going to talk about performance, one result doesn't define what we're doing or what we've not done. You know, we've got an unbelievable goalkeeper that didn't make any saves today. Maybe one or two. At the end. Didn't make any saves when he's been unbelievable. He's not made any mistakes, by the way. But what I'm saying is he's not made the saves as he's pulled us out of the muck in the past. So one result doesn't define us. We'll bounce back and we'll go again. Can't wait.